Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Josiah, and welcome back to another episode of Creativerse. Oh, it looks like my health is going down there. Gonna go ahead and pop a few potions. Alright, so, little update from the last video. We did make the diamond sword, and we got, of course, the luminite mining cell here. But we did not make, let's see if we can find it real quick, we did not make any of the diamond armor, and we still have yet to make the luminite, something like that armor. Strongest armor in the game. We still have yet to go to it. We only have the iron armor, which looks like this. We got a cool little visor thing going on. But we need to progress. But it takes a lot of diamond to make the diamond armor, and then progress to lumite, which also takes diamond rods there. On top of, let's actually show that real quick. Look at how complicated this is. We need lumite, diamond rods, tempered iron bars, and of course all the armor that you create, even the leather stuff right there, takes twine. Now in order to do this, we need lots of diamond, and it turns out in this game there is a very easy way to get a lot of diamond. How? Well, it turns out we can use some trickery. Look at this. 9 diamond, and I did use the super extractors right here, then we have the advanced extractor here, and also used some regular extractors. So let's see how much it gets. So the super extractors get the 9 diamonds, advanced ones get 6, and regular ones look like they only get 3. Now, you're probably wondering how in the world, this is the surface, how in the world did diamond show up on the surface? Well, that has to do with some magical stuff coming up right now. So to start off, we need to know how to make certain bombs. In this game, you can have 2 very important bombs. Well, there's actually a lot of important bombs. Usually the ones I deal with are purification bombs. We don't have everything we need for that. Corruption bombs, which essentially turns all the water in your area into corrupted water that we've seen down at the bottom of the world there. Also, there are the fire bombs and the freeze bombs. Now, these 2 bombs are very, very important. I believe I'm missing actually one of the ingredients for the bomb. Let's go over to the that's not the right one. This one right here. Need that hardened lava for the fire bomb, it looks like. But for the ice bomb, let's go ahead and go over some of the materials. Rambu tuft. If you go up to high elevations in the world, you can usually find sheep or rams or whatever they call them, and they drop these little tufts right here. Now, you guys know what gizzards are, or chizards. That's what they are. The gizzard of a chizard is actually a fairly common drop from a chizard. But the blizzard chizard gizzard is what you get when you kill a blizzard chizard. Oh my gosh, the names on this game are so hard to say. Also, of course, you need a little ice, which you can find at high elevations or at ice biomes at sea level. And of course, the gunpowder, you can usually get that from killing hotfoots in the lava biome. Let's go over to the fire bomb. Again, hotfoots for gunpowder, lava biome for hardened lava. Wormworm tooth, obviously you can get from the wormworms down there. They look like worms that are square, they spew lava, they're very hard to kill, but these ones are actually rather unique, rather important. Shrew tails. Now, we are nowhere near a biome that actually has shrews, but I went adventuring between this episode and last to go find some more. And, oh, if I go through the right portal, if we go upstairs here, you can see that I now have a portal to the very bottom of the world right here, down to the corrupted biome, and also I have a portal that takes us to the shrew biome. Now you'll see why I put a tuft of dry grass above this portal in just a second, so let's go through. What a smooth transition! Oh, the world is actually still loading in here. But as you can see, this is kind of a dry biome. They do have these actually rather large trees with some dry leaves and whatnot on them. Also, there are these amazing trees over here. They're like these what do you call them? Coconut trees? Palm trees? Oh, looks like there's actually a chizard right up there, if you guys were wondering what one of those blizzard chizards would look like. Essentially, they'd look like that, but they'd look blue, you know, frozen blue. Alright, now, in this biome, there should be some shrews with some fiery tails that we need to go find. So let's see if we can find them real quick. They're usually over near the shore that I've been finding recently. Not seeing them. Alrighty guys, so I have explored actually this entire biome and I have not found a single shrew. I don't think they spawn at night. That's probably the problem right now. So what I'm going to do is, if I can, I'm going to find my portal to back home. I'm going to head back home, sleep in the bed, And then when it's daytime, we'll come back here and try to find some shrews. And we're back in this dry savanna type biome. The sun is coming up, and most of the monsters should be turning from evil to good at this point. So hopefully we can find some shrews. We'll know them best by their tails, because their tails will actually be on fire. Let me go ahead and just travel around real quick, try to load in all the chunks, make sure these guys have an opportunity to spawn. Aha! I see one just over there in the distance. He's hopping around. As you can see, their tails are on fire. Oh my gosh, there's actually a lot over here. Now I'm going to try to show you guys what it is exactly these guys do when they attack you, or I should say, more accurately, when you attack them. They're pretty peaceful, so let's try to see if I can show you their attack moves. Ready? Okay, so he's got a spin move there. What else has he got? Okay, now you're just doing your spin. Come on, buddy. There we go. Fire breath. It's like a little Pokemon. Alright, so now that we've killed him, and hopefully we don't die there. There we are. Let's go ahead and select his bag, and as you can see, he's dropped 3 shrew tails. And that is exactly what you need in order to make the fire potion. That's one of the last ingredients. So I'm going to make my way back over to the portal. Oh, actually, before we do, check this out. This is the boss hog. Now he actually gives you a different drop, unique to his character. Essentially, if we kill him really quick. Use the jump and evade tactic here. Oh geez, it's not working. Okay, so he gives you the boss hog tusk. And actually, I can't remember what it's used to craft, but should be useful. So I'm going to go ahead and grab it anyways. Alright, so we are finally back home, armed with all of the ingredients needed to make both the freeze bomb and the fire bomb, which is what we're going to be working with today. But in order to utilize their amazing power, we need to gather a very special liquid. Now this liquid is only found in certain places. In order to demonstrate this, I'm going to go straight to the first place I found this particular liquid in the world, and it's actually not that far away from our base. You see this stone pillar that's been built right next to that tree? That's where we're heading. Alright, so here we are at the pillar, and it marks the entrance of a cave. So let's go ahead and venture down to the lowest part of this cave that we can. Oh, and I've marked it all off with torches, so I should be able, cross your fingers and hope, to find my way down this mine. Oh, I hear something's chasing us. So let's get out of here. There we go. Okay. So we're down here. You guys recognize this biome? This is the biome where you find the mud, stalactites, all this mold that's lying around, whatnot. This is also the biome where you can sometimes find blue mushrooms, iron, and these things, the worm worms. Alright, so let's see. We need to go over this direction. See some iron. We're getting close here. Here we are. Okay, so there's this guy just standing right in front of us. Now at first, I explored way back in that direction of the cave because I saw some guys like this guy, the Mirus, standing around. I thought, probably shouldn't adventure over this way. But this, for the longest time, was the only bit of liquid I found. It's tar. It looks like this guy's going to try to fight us. 1 second. That's right, I can take ya. Bring it on. There we go. Did he drop anything? Nothing too special, I suppose. But this tar here is incredibly important, and you actually need more than that. That's only 1 block. You need a lot more blocks. Now the cool thing, if we switch over to our mining cell, which is our best mining cell in the world, in the game, I should say, actually, and it allows you to pick up liquids, you need at least 3 blocks of this stuff. So there's 1, 2, and 3. The cool thing about this game, you don't actually need the water source block. You can actually get the runoff, and it will count as a water source block. Alright, so now that we have our blocks of tar in our inventory, and I picked up a few more before we took off, essentially all we have to do is put them there, and just like in Minecraft, when they meet the middle, they'll make a whole new water source block, or tar source. I'm not really sure what to call it, but you can harvest this infinitely. So it's an infinite source of tar, and we can always utilize it. Now let's go make sure that we have built and crafted the potions. Now each time you make one of these potions, it makes 4 of them. So let's go ahead and craft 4 of the freezing potions. That's the first stage. And 4 of the fire potions. Go ahead and collect those up. And now let's go ahead and head over to the tar. Now the first thing we want to do is get ourselves a nice collection of tar. It is going to take quite a bit of tar to fill these holes. Alright, 11. I imagine that should be enough. So let's go ahead and start placing the tar down. Just going to fill in the corners first, see how that does, and then fill in the middle. And as you can see, there's no movement on the surface, so that means it's full. Let's go ahead and do it in these corners as well. And no movement on the surface. Perfect. Now the reason for this little bedrock block right here in the center, is because these ice and fire potions actually have a range on them. And this is my way of measuring the range. Now, I haven't really tried this very scientifically in the past, so hopefully when I do this, this works out. Alright, let's go ahead and try the freeze bomb first so we can do the first stage of this. Okay, so it didn't quite reach as far as I'd like, but that's okay. As you can see, it turns all the tar into coal, which we can actually harvest. Let's go ahead and use a freezer bomb on the rest of this. Alright. Now, I only want to turn half of it into diamonds, and to do that, we're just going to take the fire bomb and throw it maybe right there, or right there, maybe right there. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Nice! Look at that. We have one collection of coal, one collection of diamond, and when all those obsidian rods are done, we'll be able to use super extractors on all of it. While we're waiting for all these obsidian stone rods to get done processing, go ahead and collect that there. There is something that I found down in the very bottom of the world, in the corrupted version of the world, and it is this little book. And it apparently is a recipe for a fire pit. So I'm going to go ahead and learn that by right-clicking on it, and it looks like we can now craft the fire pit. Let's go ahead and scroll down here, see if we can find it. Aha! Here it is. So what does a fire pit do? Looks like all we need for it is some stone slabs. Do I? Yeah, I do. I've got some of those. Alright, so if we craft one of these... Okay, apparently we get 4 of them at once. Can I just put that in my hotbar real quick? Where did it go? Ah, there it is. I'm blind, apparently. Let's go out here. And maybe put it right there. Oh! Well, we don't have to use a firebomb on it at all. It just kind of lights itself. Interesting. Oh, I didn't mean to pick up that piece of grass, but apparently our mining cell is super duper powerful. Something I should probably explain about the mining cell. It doesn't take durability damage if you mine grass or stone, essentially lower tier blocks from the surface, I believe. Does not cause durability damage on the Lumite mining cell. Alright, and if my calculations are correct, this should be enough super extractors to go collect all of the coal and all of the diamond. And once we have all this stuff, we can go ahead and start making ourselves some diamond armor. Perfect, look at that. And if we walk over them, you can hear the music. Ah, it's so cool. So yeah, that's pretty much a really good way to mine both coal and diamond. And now we can go ahead and put all this hard work to good use by making ourselves some diamond armor so that in the future we can make the Lumite leggings and, you know, the rest of the armor. The only reason that I have the Lumite leggings in my crafting inventory already is because down in the deep dark versions of the world, apparently if you kill monsters they will also drop certain things, and one of them just happened to drop like 3 things of diamond leggings. I kept this one, but I deleted the other 2. It was literally just like 3 diamond leggings in one inventory from a slain monster, so I felt a little cheaty, so I threw the other ones away, because obviously we can make as much diamond and coal as we want. We don't really need extra diamond gear. We want the Lumite stuff in the future. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. We've already got the leggings. Might craft them anyways, not really sure. Ooh, it looks like we may end up running low on worm teeth. So I may have to go hunting for those things. But let's go ahead and make the helmet. Good. Is there anything else we can craft? No, it looks like we're short on inventory, especially in items on the rest of the stuff. What are we making in here? Ah, more tempered iron. Oh. Nope, we wanted that one. There we go. Okay, so it looks like I'm gonna have to go hunting for wormworm teeth. So I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, so I'm back from collecting wormworm teeth, and I believe we have everything we need for the last 2 pieces. Possibly. Let's go ahead and try making the chest. Okay, so now we're out of twine. Whoops. We gotta figure out how to get some twine. Which should be... Do I have the vines on me? Oh yeah, I've already got them on me. Perfect. Let's go ahead and turn. Oh, that's the forge. We need a refinery. Throw those in there. Chop up at least 2 more of those, and these will actually be done pretty quick. And there we are. Go ahead and grab those just there. And we can make ourselves the diamond arm guards. Perfect. Alright, now let's put all of this armor on. Now let's see what we look like. Place the helmet first, of course. Woo, yeah. Chest piece, arm guards, leggings. Don't we look awesome? We've got a diamond sword to match. But the next thing we're going to have to do is, of course, make the Lumite armor. Let's see. Lumite leggings. Helmet looks very futuristic. Whoa, the chest piece looks like it could be made by Iron Man. Arm guards look a bit bulky, actually, but there are some diamond rods we're going to have to craft in order to make those, and I'm going to leave those for the next episode, along with the Lumite sword, the strongest sword in the game. So next episode, we are going to have the best stuff in the game, and we can finally focus on making farms for all the stuff that we're going to need in the future, including building a futuristic base, which I think should be a thing, and I'll explain why. If we go up to the top level here, look at this. While I was mining down in the bottom of the world, not only do we have portals, which are already pretty futuristic, but also we've got these stone tables and these lamps. Now there are other versions of these tables and these lamps, and they have different versions of chests. Let's go down 1 floor, and I'll show you guys these. Whoop. Scroll all the way down. Okay, so as you can see, Architect table. Now the basic one, as far as I can tell, is actually the best looking one for some reason. And these all utilize the arc stones that the Keepas drop. And they're really, really rare, so we can only make so many of these. Also, we get Architect chests, which apparently hold a lot of inventory space. And let's see if I can find it. Oh, that's just a healing beacon. Where is... we need... ah. So there are the Architect torches, which I learned how to craft in my other survival world. Those are the basic ones. There are different versions of them, but in my opinion, these ones look the best. And then there are the Architect Grand Architect Lantern, which technically I think there should be an Architect Lantern before the Grand Architect Lantern, but I may have already learned it in another survival world, so I think this one's just saying, hey, you've already learned it, so technically you can make this one, which is why there's a star next to it, because I'm supposed to craft that one next. But as you can see, each one takes 4 arc stones, as does the small Architect torch. So as far as resources go, they're not too heavy, but the resources that they require are extremely rare, especially these Architect stones. Glass isn't going to be too hard, obviously stone not that hard, but that is definitely going to be a project for the future, because in the future I'm probably going to tear down this base, and the best way to do it actually would be to use these fire bombs, because technically fire bombs catch the wood on fire and delete the blocks, so all we'd have to harvest really is the stone around the base of the house, which would actually be pretty easy. And then we can make some sort of futuristic base. I'll have to come up with a design for that. But I like the glass surrounded by stone idea, and we could have like lots of windows. Maybe like a skyscraper, but with really interesting design. Skyscrapers are normally, you know, just square, reach really tall up, which I like the idea of, but I want it to be more than just square. You know what I mean? But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks to everybody who's been watching. Go ahead and leave a like so I know that you've been appreciating the series, and I will see you guys next time.